Hey guys, what is up? This is Stephanie, aka The Limitless Babe, reminding you today and every day that you are limitless. And this is Gracie. So I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because I got a very special date with me. But, and as you can tell, I'm sure you can hear in my voice that I'm obviously not 100% battling a sinus infection, but going strong. That's why I've been a little MIA. Today, really quickly, I want to talk about the importance of keeping up with your integrity and honoring your word. This is important for not only yourself, like honoring your word with yourself, which so many people take for granted, but also honoring your word with those that are important to you. So this message was inspired because I promised my daughter on Tuesday, I promised her that after school on Thursday, we would have an ice cream party because she had filled her reward jar, which I'll make a little video about that because it's like the best thing ever. If you have a toddler, it's incredible. So I made a promise to her. And as soon as I picked her up from school, I said, okay, let's go to that place that we like, that we get to see the trains while we have ice cream. So that's where we are right now. And we pulled up, and I didn't realize they don't open until 4, and it was only 1 o'clock. So I had to think quick, and there was the option to leave and go somewhere else. There was the option to come back and do it later, but you know what? I made her a promise. And I decided, no, we're going to go to Target and we're going to grab some ice cream, which was actually a better option because she's been under the weather and I'd rather give her something dairy-free. So I got her some dairy-free ice cream, some sprinkles. I got some bowls and spoons, and we are keeping our word and sitting at our favorite spot to watch the trains and have our ice cream. And it just reminded me of how important that is. The trains are coming. It reminded me how important it is that for our children, we keep our word because they're counting on us. They're learning everything they can and need to know about promises and integrity and authenticity. They're learning all that stuff from us. So if we don't uphold that stuff with them and with ourselves, what are we teaching them? So I want to urge you guys, I gotta make this quick. I want to urge you guys to always, whenever possible, keep your word with your kids, all right? If you promise them something, do it. These little minds are being molded by our every action. We had to have a quick little moment of time dedicated to her so that I could get her back on track. Because, toddlers love attention. So, as they should. But, so anyway, not only is this important with our kids and with other people that are important in our lives, but this is also very underestimated with ourselves, right? It is so important that we honor our own boundaries, that we keep up with our own integrity, that we honor our authenticity. And when we say something to ourselves, that we either honor it or we reevaluate and readjust. But we don't just let it go. Because recently I had an issue, for example, where I had decided something for my life and I decided something for myself. And I said, absolutely not. This is just black and white. This is how it's going to be. And then, God has other plans sometimes. And so, something happened and I had to readjust and reevaluate. But I will tell you, there was a big period that I had to, almost forgive myself for being out of alignment. And I didn't understand why there was so much conflict in my body. And it was because my actions were not in integrity and alignment with my thoughts and my decision. And sometimes that's not okay, right? But in this case, it was okay. In this case, it was something that I said, you know what? Actually, this does work for me. And I just need to learn how to forgive myself and figure out what my plan is now, because clearly my original decision was actually the thing that was not in alignment with who I am and what I want. So it's okay to readjust and reevaluate, but I just want to point out the importance of keeping your word with yourself, or at least acknowledging and maybe journaling about why it might not be good for you. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have integrity, if you don't have authenticity, if you don't respect your own boundaries, how can you expect anyone else to respect yours? And vice versa, how can you ever fully respect someone else's? So I do want to say that although there are times where we need to adapt, adjust, and recalibrate, there's also times where You have to just acknowledge that you made a decision, get back on track. Okay? So take today to just really evaluate the things that you want in your life and either stick to your decisions or recalibrate your decisions to honor your needs for today. But either way, make sure that it is a decision that is in alignment with what you want, where you want to go, what you need, all the things. And make sure you're also doing the same thing with your kids and your loved ones, because it is so important. Okay? Again, like I said, keeping this one short and sweet because I don't want to take too much time away from this cutie pie. But guys, keep your promises. And if you can't keep your promises, figure out why you didn't and recalibrate, forgive yourself, and reinvent. Okay? But make sure that whatever decisions you make, whatever you do, you are following your inner self, your authentic self, your integrity. And there's room for wiggle room, but there's also times when it needs to be solid. So figure that out for you and just keep trucking. Keep on trucking, guys. All right? I love you so much, and I hope you found this helpful. Stay limitless. Bye. Say bye, baby.